Hi everyone, this is Christine. It's Wednesday, April 5th, 2017. It's in the morning. Excuse me, and I want to talk about speaking in love, and I want to talk about demons. I know they seem complete opposites, but this is a dream, actually, that I had last night. And I might post this on my religious channel, because I have another channel that I share my religious spiritual stuff, my journey. I had a dream last night. I was at my parents' house, and I was actually outside, and there were people outside also. And this one guy, he was big, he was tall, he was good looking, he had sort of expensive clothes on, and he had jewelry on, so you could tell he sort of had money. And he had spotted me outside, came across the street, because I guess he was like living in a neighbor's house, and he came across the street and was following me, and was trying to like win me over or something. And I walked with him. I was trying to walk fast because I was trying to get home and not have to walk with him, so I was kind of trying to avoid him. When I got home, I could tell, like, in his mind, because keep in mind this is a dream, so I sort of know his thoughts. And also dreams, everything about a dream is you. Even the other people in your dream are still you. All of these facets are you. So this guy was me also, But he was wanting, I could tell that, he, like in his mind, he was wanting to come into my house. But I didn't want to let some stranger in, so I opened the door and I said, well, thank you, bye, and I closed the door and I locked it. And then I closed the other door. So I closed like the screen door and then the regular house door, and I walked up the stairs, the 3 stairs to the dining room, but I could still watch him outside of the window. And I saw him on the patio, and then all of a sudden these other people started showing up. They started coming from around the side of the house and the other side of the house, and they started congregating with him on the patio in the front, where I could still watch them through the window. And then somebody had brought a bike with them, and apparently they had gotten my bike somehow. And then there was like this car, like not a go-kart, but it was like a small car. Somehow they had gotten that, and it was like they were getting all of my possessions. I don't know where they were getting them from, but they were finding my possessions, and they were taking them and putting them all on this patio in front. And I was like, oh my gosh, how are they getting all my stuff? And I think they were doing that to try to get me to come back outside, and to say something to them, like how how are you guys getting my stuff, or how are you finding it? Because it's locked in the garage. How are you guys getting my stuff out? But I didn't allow it to be a ploy to get me outside. Instead, I just kind of yelled, I'm going to call the police, because I wanted them off the property and I wanted them to leave my stuff alone. So I called 911. I got the house phone and I called 911, and it just rang and rang and rang, and nobody ever answered. And then I called 911 a second time, and for some reason my mom answered it. And I was like, Mom, what are you doing answering the 911 phone call? How come you're at the police station? Because in real life, my mom's dead. She died in 2012. So, that kind of stumped me. But in the mind's eye, it's like these guys that were outside of the house that were messing with the car and my bike and stuff like that. They knew in their mind, they were starting to realize that I was calling the police on them. So they started breaking apart, and they all started going their own way, and they left my car and my bike on the patio. They left everything alone and they left me. They left the house and they left the property. So now I'm at a different place. I'm in a building. It's an old building, maybe Detroit, New York. It's like an old part of town. It's maybe, where the buildings are falling apart or something like that. That's why I was thinking Detroit, because Detroit's kind of falling apart. Like the downtown part of the city. I mean, just from pictures I've seen, okay? If anybody lives in Detroit, I don't mean to offend you. But next, that's where I'm at, okay? I'm still dreaming. I haven't woken up or anything like that. I just am moving to a second dream while I'm still sleeping last night. And I'm standing in front of this building, and it's like an old school building. It's got, like the tan bricks, and it's got windows and different levels. It's a tall, skinny building. It's not a wide, short building. It's got many stories, many levels to it, and windows at each level. And there's a staircase that's not spiral, but you go up maybe 12 flights and then you have to turn, and you go up another 12 flights and then you have to turn. And at each level there's a door, so you can get off on that floor if you need to. So I walk into this building because for some reason I feel like there's a present or a gift, like somebody has told me that I have a package or something that I need to pick up, and I need to go into this building, I guess to the top level, to get this package that I'm supposed to pick up. It's not this building. It's more like a school building. It's not a post office, but I'm supposed to go pick it up. So I step into the building, and I start climbing the stairs, and I go around, and I climb another staircase, and I go around, and I climb another staircase, and finally I get to the top of the building. And when I get to the top of the building, I walk through a door, and I'm on that floor, on that level now. There is a guy standing inside the door, so I open the door and I step into the room, and he's standing there like in the middle of the room, and he's holding a medium-sized box which is wrapped in pink, solid pink, like a light pastel pink, more like a medium pastel pink. It wasn't dark pink, but it wasn't like real faded pale pink. Wrapping paper, like birthday paper, something that you would see, a pink box, medium-sized box that would be wrapped up in like birthday paper. It had pink, like dark pink ribbon around all four sides with a big pink bow on top. And he gave it to me. I didn't ask him. He just gave it to me. And I said, "Thank you." And then I turned around and I walked through the door again, and I started to walk down the stairs. And as I had turned around, now because I'm in a dream, I have, eyes in the back of my head too. But as I started to leave the room holding my package, my pink present, the guy in the room turns to his left and looks at this guy who was standing, I guess, in the wings that I had not seen. And he nods to him like, okay. So then that guy starts leaving, and he walks to the door and starts following me. And then he turns to the right and nods to the guy standing in the wings on the right, and like nods to him, okay. And that guy walks through the door and starts following me also. So now I've got two guys following me down the stairs as I'm walking down the stairwell. And each floor that I reach, another guy, one or two guys, they come out of the door and they start following the two guys behind me. And then I get down to another level and two more guys come out of that door, and they're starting to follow. So now I got 6 guys following me, and every floor that I go down, more guys are following me. And I'm wanting to walk faster down the stairs because I'm thinking, oh God, I'm going to be outnumbered. What are they going to do? Are they going to gang rape me? Are they going to kill me? I'm starting to get nervous now, so I'm starting to walk faster down the stairs, with my package. Finally, I get down to the ground level, and I'm almost at the door where I can walk outside of the building. And as I turn around, because I got a whole mass of guys following me now, as I turn around, I am no longer holding the pink package, but instead there is a girl with dark hair, long straight dark hair. Now I have straight blonde hair, but there's a girl who has straight dark hair, and she is now holding the pink present. I know I'm no longer holding it, and the guys are all behind her. And she asks me, "Can I get the door for you?" Now, part of me wants to turn around and say to her, "Fuck no, get lost, bitch, and all of you guys who are following me, just leave me alone. And, why are you following me? You guys are freaking me out, you're creeping me out, you're making me scared. Just get lost." But instead, that was, like my gut reaction that I could react to. I could respond to her in a very nasty way because I'm scared. But instead, what came out of my mouth was love. Pure 100, and not even 100%, but like 110, 120, 150%. All completely love came out of my heart. And I just spoke in a loving, sweet, melodious tone, and I said, "Thank you, but no thank you." I just said, "No thank you," but I said it with love and gentleness and kindness. I did not retaliate. I did not snap at her. I was not mean, nasty, or nothing like that to her. And all of a sudden, this doorway, like the entrance into the building, because I was now standing outside of the building, and all of the guys and this one girl and the pink box, the pink birthday present, everything was inside of the building, inside of the doorway, and I was outside of the building, outside of the doorway. There was no door. It was just an opening, a doorway opening. There was no door, no hinges, no nothing. So anybody could just walk in and out, okay? There was a door at the beginning, but there wasn't now. Now that I'm out of the building, there's no door. It's just disappeared, or it's gone. But when I said in a loving voice to her, "No thank you," I saw this clear, like transparent, I don't want to say like saran wrap plastic or cling wrap plastic, but it was like this plastic sheet that just filled the whole doorway. Okay, I could still see them. They could still see me. I could still talk to them. They could still talk to me. We could hear each other. But the plastic there was, the transparent plastic meant that they could not touch me and I could not touch them. Okay, so if they tried to get out of the building, if they tried to walk through the plastic would just stretch and rebound and keep them inside of the building, and it would keep me out. So I was able to leave the building, and I left without the present. I left that girl with the black hair holding that pink box. So what happened to me, because the girl explained it to me, after the plastic sheet came down, she told me, "It's because you responded in a heart of love and you were kind when you said no thank you. That's why the plastic came up, and it kept the demons away from you." And the demons were all the guys behind her who were following me and who might have had intentions of like gang raping me or killing me. And she said, "It's because you spoke in love, pure love, and you said kindly, no thank you." Demons, have to be invited in. They will make an offer to you. "Can I get the door for you? Can I give you this as a present?" The pink birthday present. And and like what the girl said, can I get the door for you? When they make a request, they ask you a question. That is their invitation. If you say yes, then you are saying yes to inviting them in. I said yes, and I took that pink box present, and that's when the men started coming, because I took the present. I accepted it. When I did not accept the present and I left it at the doorway, and when I did not accept her offering to get the door for me, when I said no, it put a shield and a barrier up, and the demons were not allowed to touch me. She said, had I responded to her about, no, you can't get the door, fuck off, and stuff, had I responded in a mean, nasty tone of voice, with like fear and hatred and retaliation in my voice and in my heart, had I responded to her, that plastic shield would have never come up, and I would have allowed the demons access to me, because I responded in hatred and in fear and in meanness and unkindness in a black heart. That's how you get the demons in, is by responding and by talking in a mean, nasty, ugly heart. When you speak in love, the demons, it puts a shield up. It doesn't allow, demons cannot have access to you as long as you keep yourself in a state of love. That's what she told me. This girl with the long black hair who was now holding the pink box. So, and then I woke up. But the reason I'm sharing this is because we have two different options. Demons, they want to get in, but they cannot get in unless they are invited. So they will make invitations to you. Can I do this for you? Can I do that for you? Can I get this for you? If you say yes, then you are inviting them in. If you say no, if you say no, they still might come in, because if you're saying it from a position of hatred. If you keep your heart in a state of love and not hatred, they cannot affect you. They can't get in. That's what this girl told me in my dream. And then, like I said, then I woke up. So I just thought I'd share it. If people think I'm a Fruit Loop, that's okay. I've been, I kind of live on a spiritual realm anyways. I don't really, I tend to look at things through a spiritual lens. And it's weird. I mean, I don't know why I do it either. I don't know why I get stuff like this. So, yeah, I might post this on my spiritual channel as well as this channel. And if anyone gets any use out of it, that's great. If not, just pretend you never listened to this. But the moral of the story is, don't have a black heart. Don't speak out of fear. Don't speak out of hatred, anger, vengeance, wanting to get even. Don't accept the invitation. And the plastic shield will go up and they won't be able to hurt you or harm you. Keep your heart. Answer things in a tone of love. Excuse me. Keep your heart in a space of love. Love and kindness, gentleness, mercy, tenderness, forgiveness. That's how you keep the blackness and the darkness and the demons out. Otherwise, you're going to be a mess, because you're going to have a whole bunch of fear, anger, hatred in you, and that's what they got. That's how they get in. They ask, and you say, okay. Don't do it. Keep yourself in a state of love in everything. regarding anything in life. I hope this helps. Have a good day. Bye-bye.